Huh.
I think I threw all your hair in the toilet.
You did?
I sent it to Brad.
Send it to your brother?
Yeah, don't even finally trim my balls.
You didn't put your hair on his clippers?
No, I don't remember what the hell happened to it.
What the fuck?
I may have washed it.
How?
It was in a, well, it may be in the service truck. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
You were totally set up.
I was.
The only other option you have is to just nip the ends of your beard and then put it in there.
I was looking at it last night, or yeah, before I came, after I got out of the shower. Mm-hmm. And I suffered some traumatic beard trauma on this area, so I could probably just, unfortunately, get trim my pressures.
Those are just your split ends. You can cut them off.
Yeah.
Hello. It's a bit chaotic at Mom's house. So we got both the dogs. Notice the boxes. So we got booshit.
The kitty cat in the cubby.
Oh yeah, Meow Pants is in the cubby. And Mom's outside. And so we're here in North Kakalaki, Carolina. Hey, Jay says, what up, booshit?
What up?
So we're in North Carolina at Mama's house. You see the moving process. So we gotta help Mama get the rest of the big stuff packed. Do you want another cup of coffee? Would you like some coffee with your beer there, sir? Or do you just want beer with your beer?
I'm good.
Is what?
I'm good. I'm not gonna waste any.
Oh, coffee.
I need it in like a.
Just smoking a pork butt in the rain. Oh, where the fuck are you at? He's making a pork butt.
Yeah. I need to do it in like a Jello, in like a pudding cup, so that way I can lick out the bottom of it.
Oh my God. Hello. So, yeah, we're out here in North Carolina to help Mom finish the,
Sweet baby.
it's hard to say, finish help Mom.
Hey.
It's hard to say help Mom finish packing because we're not exactly certain what day the movers are coming yet. So, you got to still have a little bit of stuff out, for that last couple of days before they come. So that's why it's kind of like, yeah. Yeah. You don't have Phil's number, do you? Mm-mm. Can you hop on Messenger and let him know? Can you hop on Facebook Messenger and let him... Ow! Get off my foot! Let him know.
Oh, is it your own?
Yes, please. Because I don't have no moderators in my live right now, so... Oh. Hey, what up, girl dad? Cooking up deliciousness. That was actually the plan. We were gonna rent a trailer to get my stuff in Minnesota, don't you know? And then we were going to obviously come here to North Carolina to get Mom's stuff, and then go to Texas. But yeah. Hello from San Diego, California. So anyways, yeah, that's where we're at. What is this 8647? I don't even know what that means.
That is what they are starting to say, kill Trump.
What?
86 means, and 47 it says he's the 47th president.
Oh, is that... No, No, thanks. I like him. I'll go ahead and keep him. We don't talk politics here, anyways. So you know, that's that whole situation. Yeah. Oh, my Icon Gold League ends tonight. Did you vote today? Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, I had no idea because again, I don't deal with all that political stuff. Like, there's not a single president on this planet that everybody has liked. That's a fact. Either you deal with it. Seriously, you guys. Seriously, what the hell? Look at these two. This, oh, what up? What up? What up? Say hi to Phil.
Hey, Phil. Hey, look, Phil. I got a haircut.
Well, you got that sexy man hair going on.
What?
What? Ooh, he did the hair flip and all, you guys. 90 degrees in Florida. Yeah, I'm not in Texas right now. I'm in North Carolina. I'm at Phil's in the house. I'm in North Carolina at Mama's house, and we are here to help her finish packing
And watch the Peppers play.
the major stuff, you know what I mean? Like the last little bit of stuff that you leave out for the last couple of days until you're, you know, everything's, yeah. That's what we doing. It's the breed, so much energy. I know. Well, they're brother sister. I don't know if you guys can get over here, dogs. Of course they're gonna. Oh, come on. Now they're not gonna do it. There's Chrome. And then his sister. Boo, your big ass feet's in the way. There's his sister. She's much smaller than him. Kesa. Kesa.
Come here.
And she's also camera shy.
Come here.
So, every time you whip out the camera.
This is Kesa.
Oh, there she is. There's Kesa.
Hey, no cooter sniffs.
And he's super jelly, so you know he's got to get in on the action. You had a blue and a red. They are miniature Texas healers, so you know Australian Shepherd blue healer. But yeah, that's booacorn, as Phil calls him. That's booshit. And Phil calls Chrome. He calls him Chromey Corn. So yeah. Look how little she is. She's 3 almost. She'll be 3 in October. That's actually how big Chrome was supposed to be. He just happens to be like a half times bigger. So he was the biggest in the litter. What's up, Uppy Lou? Come here. Uppy? Uppy? Come here. Uppy? Oh.
She's doing her upside down look evil.
I know. This is my boy. That's my... Oh. Is you thirsty after all that playing? Oh, thirsty boy? Oh, she got like the tongue hanging out the side of her head. Oh God, here we go. Now they're gonna go back to it. Yeah. So, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing this week. The plan is to try to leave here. What are you laughing at?
She stuck her nose like right in this tail where the fur was all. His tail fur was all over. It looked like dog.
Dog?
Yeah, kind of like cat dog, but different.
Okay.
There was,
Hi, Mom.
Cat dog.
We're doing our live.
Cat on one side, dog on the other.
Yeah, I know what cat dog is. I remember the cartoon.
Yeah, but it looked like dog.
Oh, copy.
It was funny. You
Okay.
missed it.
Okay, I did miss it. Anyways, our plan is to
Mom's in the house, behave.
yeah, Mom's in the house, behave. So the plan is to hopefully leave by Friday, so we can be in Lubbock by midweek. But the sooner we can get them here to get Mom shit, the less time Mom has to live in the truck with me until our shit arrives. So, yeah. Just wait, guys. Just wait. Mom's in the house. Is mom cute? I think my mom is cute. I actually just posted a video on TikTok about her. I was like, I cannot with this bitch.
Riding mower.
Fuck yeah, I want a Peterbilt riding mower.
We need that and
Well, we don't have a yard, but okay. You do.
we need that and a Peterbilt pontoon.
A Peterbilt pontoon. Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
They can see it without all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
It's even got stacks on it. Yeah, mom's one of my moderators. Whenever she comes into my live, everybody needs to behave. I got bit by something on my fucking arm right here, and the motherfucker burns, and it's ishy. It's so ishy. Mama, somebody on the internet says he can give you a place to live. Older women are just better.
She said behave.
I do not have an OnlyFans because I am a solo over-the-road female truck driver, and that is the stupidest, most unsafe thing that I could ever do.
But we are starting
First of all,
only paws for the pets.
an only pause for the pets. Secondarily, I don't have a problem working hard for my money and being successful. And thirdly, I'm not going to sexualize and sell myself out and pretend to be somebody who is fake and into, like, no, that's not me. That's not who I am. And, no judgment for the women who do it. That's just not who I am. You want to be a sex worker? Go ahead, be a sex worker. High five to you. Kudos. Congratulations. But that is not me. So. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not going to get banned. You don't get banned for not answering comments, but, you know, I mean, maybe you got this confused with TikTok or whatever. But please, go right ahead. How about you? How about you? Yeah, that is definitely a healer, for sure. I mean, I'm just me. I'm not... In a world, in our society today where everybody is trying to be some variation of themselves because they want everybody to like them, I have come to realize that I don't like who I am when I'm being fake or trying to fit in or trying to be accepted or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I don't do that. It's either you fucking like me or you don't. And if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, kick rocks. I don't know. I'm too old for that shit. That's really what it is. You know, it's... When I was in my 20s, I didn't understand that concept. That's for sure. You know, it's... Even when I was in my early 30s, I didn't really probably come into myself, being myself, until I was in my late 30s. But again, we are all on a different path, at a different speed, experiencing life in our own ways, and so we all get to that point in our own time. Ultimately, like, that's the only way that I can explain that. So, yeah.
That really sucks.
What's the matter, Mom? Uh-oh. It's that time. You get the point at 21. You know, I've always said, like, I wish I had somebody like me to influence me when I was younger, but I realized that even if I did have somebody who was not fit, I'm not talking about you, you're my mama, and I was not listening to you when I was younger.
But I heard you say if you'd have had somebody to influence you.
Who wasn't
Yeah,
a
but
parent.
You were mom, nobody's going to listen to you.
That's right.
My
Nobody's...
daddy told me when I was standing at the altar, you know, it's not too late to run yet, son. I should have listened.
You should have listened.
I should have.
It took you 20 years.
I mean, I'm thankful for my children, although they're little shits, but I still
All
love them.
kids are shits
Yeah, but
until they get, to
They
that
never
age.
stop being the shits.
I am not a shit. We best friends now, Mama.
Just being honest, she's kind of a shit.
I'm not.
Marginally, but when I say marginally, I mean like you're a shit.
These
Your
motherfuckers.
children always think they know more than you do.
Of course.
No matter what age you get. And I told my kids when they were younger, the only thing they had to look forward to is as they got older, they got dumber. Because pretty soon they weren't going to be any smarter than I am.
Facts. No, what I'm saying is I wish I think about it. Like, I wish I'd have had somebody when I was younger to influence me towards the way that I think now, as far as like from a psychology standpoint, not giving a shit about what other people think, so on and so forth. But on the flip side of that coin is when I was younger, I wouldn't have listened to him because I thought I knew everything. Because young people think that they're invincible, they think they know everything, etc., etc., etc. So, it's like, that's what I mean. Like, when you look back, you wished you'd have learned something sooner. You wish you'd have done something sooner. But when you really, really look at it, you realize that you didn't do it then, or you weren't that person then, or you weren't that version of yourself then, because that's not, like, you had to go through the life experiences to get to, where you're at. So I also say, like, if I'd have started driving truck before 40, I wouldn't have been successful. I would have quit probably before I ever even got my license, because I'll tell you what, learning to drive semi-truck, learning to back in trucks and trailers and shit, like, that was legit probably one of the hardest things at that time in my life for me. It was the most frustrating, because I had never pulled a trailer. I'd never backed up a trailer. Fuck, I couldn't even back up a 10-foot box truck back then. And I didn't have the grit in my younger years that I have now. So, it's like, I didn't start driving trucks sooner because I wouldn't have been successful. I would have quit. I was a totally different person. So I can accept the fact that it happened when it happened, because I needed to be the person that I was. He says, put on a hat, booshit. Our past experiences make us who we are today. Correct. If you like who you are today, you cannot dislike anything that brought you to this point. Like, all of the bad things that happen, all the bad things that happen in your life that lead up to where you are today are part of what created who you are today. Well, considering that my live is labeled not for children, if there's people under the age of 18 in here, that's not my responsibility. That's their parents' responsibility. And if their parents aren't monitoring their shit, then bad on the parents. That ain't got shit to do with me. So I would have cussed the trailer into the hole. No, I probably would have just quit. Because I didn't have as much determination. Yeah. You wish you could change one thing back in high school. Yeah, but that would have changed everything. It doesn't matter if anybody... Was that Ashton Kutcher in that stupid movie Butterfly Effect or some goddamn shit like that? Whatever the fuck that was. Anyways. I mean, they make tons of movies about the whatever I don't fucking know. I'm not a sci-fi person, but nonetheless.
Time-space continuum.
Thank you, dear. Even changing one thing, if you'd have not dated that one person, that wouldn't have led you to meet these people, which would have led you to meet those people, which, do you see what I'm saying?
That's why,
in all the...
Time travel, when you travel back in time, you're not supposed to mess with anything. Because
Because
past-
everybody dies and everybody sleeps with their mom.
What?
It was on Ghost, remember?
But like, you fucked me all up there. But you know, you can't. If you could go back and change anything, you wouldn't be the person that you are now. You wouldn't be the version of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through a lot of shit, but I wouldn't change anything.
I wouldn't either. Yes, it's a vape. So, yeah. That's that. And out of the 43 boxes my mom has packed, I think like, how many of them are craft room stuff?
42.
Well, over 20.
Mine was 42. It's 42 boxes.
Oh, she gonna get up and slap you.
I was just playing.
Yeah, so
It's
over...
41.
Yeah. So my mom has like 42 or 43 boxes
No,
packed.
there's 45 packed.
Oh, 45. And over half of them are craft room boxes. Order a flux capacitor, it'll fix everything. That tells me...
But you have to have a DeLorean.
Yeah, you would have to have a DeLorean. But that also tells me your possible age range. Because, you know, kids today haven't watched that fucking movie. Phil says, kick his ass, Mom.
Phil, I thought we were friends, bro.
Phil's smart enough to know to stay on the good side of Mom.
Oh, I was staying on the good side. I just gotta give her a hard time.
Right. I know. Mom's a lot meaner than me.
I know.
You just realized?
No, I know.
Oh, you already knew?
Yeah, I know. I've known her for a while. I know she's mean.
Yeah, I know she's mean. Where do you think I get it from?
I've told you the other day when y'all were out together and we were on the phone, it was like, I know exactly where you get all your meanness from.
I'm not mean.
I'm told to put up with any shit.
I'm not mean. I'm not mean. I'm not
I
mean.
don't put up with shit anymore.
Or any less either. Yeah. So.
I've got 35 minutes.
Ooh, somebody said you look like Charles Manson. Oh, he's way more attractive than Charles Manson. They just associate. It's probably somebody who may not be of the same skin tone as you and I. And so, you know how people always say, like, ooh, white people think that Asian people all look the same when they don't. They do that to white people too. But if we call them on it, then we're racist. So, you know, like, it's basically
reverse racism.
Well, no, it's still racism. It's actually race baiting, but you know, whatever. From the Philippines. You want a beard like that? I mean, I guess he's got a little bit of traumatic beard trauma going on. Yeah, he says it's the beard. I think it's lack of intellect and research, because if you actually did the research, y'all look nothing alike.
You can go yourself.
Why was he like, hey, beautiful?
Know if something is still available. Look at his followers and.
Oh, I can't say that. Well, what did he ask you about? What's he?
I don't know. I'm interested in this product, so you still have it available. He has no followers, and he's following one person.
Maybe he's brand new. I don't know, Mom. I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
You have to have feelings to hurt.
No,
To have
because he
feelings.
doesn't even explain.
No, that's not true.
what's
That's
interested
not
in.
true.
For
You,
me,
it's not true. You don't have to have. So
you
the
didn't see
reason
you
I
didn't see
saw
the
what he
comment.
said, you have to
Okay.
have. It's hurt. Racism boils down to hurt feelings. What it boils down to is people's perception
Yeah.
and people's decision to allow other people's opinions to affect them.
People are too soft these days. Like back, how Richard Pryor.
In the 1900s.
Richard Pryor and all the comedians of that age, you know, they were funny as shit, it didn't matter what race you were, everybody got made fun of.
Right.
And that's what made it funny, because it was everybody.
Right.
And now,
well, people as a whole.
yeah. And
Not
now
people
everybody's
as-
like, oh, well,
people as a
I could
specific-
say this about you, but you can't say nothing about me.
Correct.
Fucking people.
So,
God.
basically what it boils down to is nobody hurts your feelings. Nobody gets inside your little brain, and nobody pulls your emotion strings.
That is all on you.
Yep. It is your interpretation, your perception, and your choice
And
to be bothered by what somebody says about you or to you.
and there is a whole several hour segment of
Carl Jung.
Carl Jung.
Carl Jung who talks about that. So, again, it's a situation of choice. You choose to be offended. If you look for reasons to be offended, you will find 500 reasons every day to be offended. So, if you choose to allow other people to control your emotions, then you will forever be
Allow
miserable.
people to control you.
Yeah. Your ribs. Well, no shit, your ribs hurt from working yesterday, Phil. You know you're not supposed to be fucking driving, dumbass. So, needless to say, if people learn to control their own thoughts, their own emotions, and they learned to understand perspective and perception, then they wouldn't choose to be miserable. Because when you choose to be bothered by, hurt by, offended by somebody's statement, somebody's opinion, or somebody's attempt to judge you, you are choosing to allow somebody else to have control. I'll live, nothing stops me from working. Yeah, I know. So when you choose to not let other people control your life, life gets so much more enjoyable.
So much.
So much. So much.
Yes, very much.
It's very much so. I should put my glasses on so I could see the screen, but it's not secret information. It's just our society
Excuse me.
has become so obsessed because of social media. Somebody posts something on social media and somebody else says whatever. And
my man John, I got hurt.
And then it just becomes this big spiral. So everybody's trying to obtain popularity or fame or the approval of people they don't even fucking know, and then they get then they're miserable, and then they end up doing whatever they do, and then they're no longer here anymore because somebody said something mean to me on the internet. Why do you motherfucking
And they
care?
let somebody else control their
It's
mindset.
because
and
they
their
never
peace.
got their feelings hurt when they were young. Because
Well,
their parents
what in
caused
the
them.
hell happened to the sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words will never hurt me? Because
Well,
everybody's like,
What
oh, you
happens
hurt
to-
my feelings. You hurt
If
my
you
feelings.
can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yes, if you want something in life, you got to get off your ass and work for it. I mean, trust me. I probably have more haters than I have supporters, and I fucking love it. I love it. I mean, I love it when people try to say mean shit to me. Women call me a whore all the time. Men tell me that, whatever. They call me a lot lizard. I know who I am. I know what I have. I know what my character is. I know what my morals are. I know what I stand for. And there's not a motherfucking thing anybody on this planet can say to me that's going to change that. That's like, I heard this thing. So, let's say you're dating somebody, right? And then they cheat on you. And then they lie to you about it. Now, they're lying, right? And so you don't believe their lies about the cheating. But then they turn around and they tell you, well, if you were more attractive, or if you were skinnier, or if you were this, if you were that, you know, it's your fault that I did it. Why do you believe that lie, which is even worse than the lie that they fed you about cheating? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You choose to believe the terrible, mean bullshit that they say to you, but you don't believe the lies that they tell you about their bad behavior. Where's the logic in that? That's what I don't understand. So it's your own fucked up reality of yourself. If you don't like yourself, then yeah, you're going to be bothered by what everybody says.
If you're not happy with yourself,
Well,
you
right.
will never be happy with anyone else.
Well, that too. Without a doubt, that too, because you're looking for happiness outside of you, and
Happiness always comes from inside.
well, that, but
And puppies.
happiness comes from puppies
And kitty cats.
and kitty cats. Gaslighting, 100% it's gaslighting. But the problem is, if you don't know your own worth and your own value, you don't know what the fuck it is that you bring to the table in a non-materialistic way,
Yes, ma'am.
then yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Can I get you to check that doohickey under my truck?
She would like you to crawl on the ground under her truck and check it in your nice, good, clean clothes.
No, I've got
She's gonna slap the
hundreds of
shit.
dollars worth of cardboard over here he can lay on.
Hundreds, literally hundreds of dollars. Mom has spent like probably $300 on boxes. So yeah, that's why on,
I just want to make sure it's still
not you, Mom, not you.
man.
I'm not, what? What's the matter, Mama?
I have fucking goddamn.
My toes are like a
I
teal
don't know.
color.
He handed me my tools back and I put them somewhere. I don't know where I put them.
Oh, you know what I've noticed lately? Happiness is cold AC and a Peterbilt. I had AC for 2 days, you guys. The AC on my truck lasted 2 days. You know, it's kind of like the 2-day flu, only it was way more enjoyable than the 2-day flu. So, thank you, Phil. I have noticed lately, though, that for some reason my lives seem to be going in these like deep psychology directions, which is super crazy. I don't know why. Why can't we just have like fun conversations? By the way, y'all, it's motherfucking like, it's like dark outside. Oh, it's cute. First of all, yes, I am almost 50, and no, I don't live in my mom's basement. I'm actually visiting my mom. I own a semi truck. Someone was detected at your front door. A package was detected at your front door. It's cute though, like that right there, that guy right there. Okay, first of all, I'm 46, I'm not 50, but he said I was 50 because he's trying to hurt my feelings, because he's trying to imply that I'm old. Well, guess what, sweetheart? Everybody gets old. It's inevitable. There's no fucking way around it. We're all gonna get old. We're all gonna get wrinkles. We're all gonna get gray hair. You can get all the Botox and collagen and all the fucking peptides and the bullshit that you want in your life, but here's the deal. You're eventually gonna get old and you are gonna expire. It happens. It happens from the day you were born. The human body starts dying. Plain and simple. So now that we've confronted that, and I don't really give a fuck, cause like, look, I got wrinkles, bitches. I got motherfucking wrinkles. It is what it is. And I got fucking gray hair too. I do dye my hair, but I got gray fucking hair. And then his need to imply that I live in my mom's basement, you know, is literally his need to project his insecurities and his discomfort with their own life onto somebody else, because then it deflects away from their own insufficiencies. So that person is probably almost 50 and is probably still living in their mom's basement. And so when they feel the need to judge, they think that it defines somebody else, but unfortunately it doesn't. It only defines them as somebody who needs to pass judgment in order to feel better about themselves. Because, I mean, for crying out loud, we've heard it our whole lives. Misery loves company. So I just choose to not sit at the table and eat a bowl of misery. So, you know, that's, do I read comments? Yes, but not when I'm on a tangent like that. So, again, they clearly were not in the conversation prior to blame my son for the gray hair. Well, you know, is partially, but unfortunately, I think the age and rate at which your hair grays has a combination of genetics and lifestyle. So, yeah. Oh, I don't. Motherfuckers, it's raining, bitches. I don't allow anybody into my head. I don't let anybody dictate how it is that I'm going to feel. All I was saying is, we were literally just talking about that and how, ironically, people allow other people's opinions to dictate how they feel about themselves. And we were just talking about the psychology behind that and how if you know yourself, you know your own self-worth, you know what it is that you bring to the table, and you're happy with who you are in spite of all the bullshit that you've been through in your life, statements like that don't affect you. So that was a prime example where I had an opportunity to use somebody's deflection and projection as an example as to how you not let that shit bother you. Does that make sense? That's all I was saying. And not only was it a great example, but it was also a great example to also be able to point out what their judgment says about them.
The ashtray is inside.
Now we have $100 of damp cardboard, somebody said. Because you told him, you know,
Yeah.
they heard the whole
Well, there
yeah.
is over $100.
Well, I told him there was like
Over
three.
Yeah.
There's $300 worth of cardboard, but there's only like $3 worth of damp cardboard.
$3.65.
$3.65 of damp cardboard.
But that's okay, because if I don't use it, they'll buy it back.
Even if it's moist.
It won't
You
be
can't-
moist when they get it back.
You can't use that word.
James, it never comes into my lives. I can use the word moist all I want. Although I know that people, you know, don't like that word. What are you talking about? Political agenda? I don't know where this is going, but okay. No, we don't talk politics in here either. So,
Anyway, the ashtray is inside the storage.
hey, by the way, somebody thinks I'm your wife, bud.
Casey, you need to go pee-pee? Come on.
He did that married thing once for like 20 years and was like, I'm not going to do that.
Case of Chrome?
No, but it sounds similar. And he said, I would like to go pee-pee.
Go pee-pee. You're next.
He's like,
Wait.
I would like to find a bush to tickle my butthole so I could
Go
poopy.
pee-pee.
He already poopied.
Yeah, but if you can find a nice little.
My
lane or
dog's
something.
super weird, so when my dog goes outside to take a shit, he finds like a bush, tall grass or a bush to back up to and hover his butt over. Like literally the grass touches his butthole. And then I don't know, like does he need like maybe he just needs a tickle to stimulate so he can relax. I don't fucking know. My dog's weird as shit though.
He still thinks he's a
Come
puppy.
on. You
He's
act
still a
like
puppy.
you're 100 years old.
She doesn't like that thing.
I know she doesn't.
He doesn't mind it.
Chrome, you need to go pee-pee. Come on. Sit.
Crumb, sit. My dog doesn't listen to my mom very well.
He doesn't like me. Go pee-pee.
He's scared of her. He's actually
Right there is where she peed.
he it's not that he doesn't like my mom, but my mom is very strict and very firm, and so he gets he's wary of her. Need a dog psychologist. He's ready to come in now.
Sit.
Chrome, sit.
Sit.
Chrome.
Sit. Good boy.
She went to take
That's all.
the lead off of him, and he stood up. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's right. It's June. We don't actually, well, you might be into the pride thing, and I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying we don't talk about those types of controversial issues, because it doesn't matter what you say, and it doesn't matter how you say it. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, and then they're going to go, oh my God, you know. And I already piss people off enough as it is without having to talk about anything controversial. So
You just piss people off being you.
I know.
Especially
Julie, his ex.
all of my exes.
This is my best friend, my booshit.
All of my exes.
All of
they
his
get all-
exes,
they
yeah.
get all down.
Alan,
Yes, ma'am.
if you need to sit on the wet chair,
No,
put
I'm
the
fine.
white side down,
Okay.
and it will absorb the.
So,
and you can sit on the plastic.
Okay.
you're right.
Thank you.
No one cares what
It's
you
starting to
say.
rain again, damn it.
Well, it's okay, Mama. Shit floats.
I may melt though.
Melissa?
I'm joking.
Say, oh no, she's not joking like I was joking, and you was getting like mad at me.
Okay, I gotta put my glasses on. So there's this thing, with the purple crown. It talks about the community. So you're like the #1 commenter in my lives. That's why. So you have 75 experience points. Jay is #3. So the top 3 spots are the ones that actually get little purple badges. It's because you guys are my top commenters in my lives. That's why. You have a serious question. What is with this guy has a serious question. He wants to know what's with the old 70s saying, keep on trucking.
Hell, I don't know.
But your daddy drove nothing but cab overs.
Yeah, my daddy drove nothing but cab overs, and I'm sure he had those mud flaps on the back of all of his cab overs. But
7,
it was
5, 8.
that was like back in the day. You had all that was before deregulation and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to have all kind of different cab plates to go in different states. Different.
Really?
Yeah, you had to have
Oh,
all kind
shit.
of different shit to go into different states. So
Hey,
maybe it was just swap out your plates and keep on trucking.
Trey wants to know if me and he thinks this is my husband have any kids. I mean, he's got 2 kids of his own. I got 3 kids of my own, but we
But
are
we have
not
fur
married.
babies.
Yeah,
but we're not married.
Yeah, we're not married.
They're yours because they're yours, but in their heart, they're mine.
Excuse me. Who knows what that means?
Yeah, that's because I say it to him all the time. I say Akumi.
See,
Yeah.
this was 3D printed.
So, basically, this person says that you give off the
Hello?
tough guy aura, but
Yes, it
but that you oh wait, you give off the tough guy vibe, but you have a bitch aura. How do you feel about that, Lou?
Oh, my feelings are hurt.
Oh, fuck. I'm not braiding his beard. He's got some traumatic beard trauma going on, so you can't really braid it because he's got like this cutout like over here on the side from his crazy ass ex. She ripped out half of his facial hair. Yeah. So, what's up, Smokestack? How's it going? Goddamn.
I mean, I have most of the stuff boxed up already.
Oh, I think, that must be the moving people that are coming to give Mom a, what's the word, consultation? Quote.
Consultation.
Consultation. What time? I only wear essential oils, which means it's like that hippie shit. Although I'm not a hippie, but whatever. Cool metal. You look like some cool metalheads, he says. It's yeah, I don't take that as I mean,
I'm a whole.
I
I'm
under-
a little bit country and a whole lot of rock and roll.
they mean it as a compliment,
Yeah.
and I don't see it as derogatory in any way, shape, or form, but it's
No.
also stereotypical. While I'm not offended, it's very stereotypical. Yeah.
But in my case, it's true.
My house. This is my mom's house. I'm in North Carolina at my mom's house, helping her pack, because her and I are getting our own place in old Lubbock. So I gotta move all of my shit from Minnesota, and
You didn't say
then
that properly.
Minnesota, don't you know?
There you go.
And then mom is moving her stuff from North Carolina. So we're both moving from different places. But y'all, my mama's getting older, and so I just don't necessarily like the fact that she's constantly alone. And so that is why.
Oh, it's okay. I took it as a compliment.
Oh, yeah. Well, that guy's just a hater.
It's fine.
Again, the people who come in and make negative comments are only making negative comments
understand.
because
But I took it as a compliment, whether he meant it, whether he didn't mean it.
I know. But again, remember we had this conversation that people who say negative things because they're miserable people, because they see somebody doing something, being something. You know, I don't know, maybe they do a live and they don't get 50 people. Not that 50 people is a lot of people. I appreciate all you for being here. But not that 50 people in a live feed is a lot by social media standards. You know, it just, they don't have the balls enough to put themselves out there that way because they're so insecure that they can't handle anybody saying anything negative. So they're going to get online and be that person that says negative things. In order to deflect from their own insufficiencies. Nobody's going to be kind, sweetheart. It's the internet. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I actually find it rather entertaining and comical. So, you know, it's one of those situations where when you put yourself out there like that, it's literally a mirror of your unhealed wounds and your traumas inside of you. So, you know. Wait, honest question. Why do women care about having children when
I know it takes 7 to 10 days.
I don't know because all of my children are grown and I don't know, paychecks? A lot of women today see children as paychecks, sadly, which is fucked up. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Truckers have thick skin. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that, but it's not just truck drivers. I know a lot of truck drivers who are pretty namby-pamby at best, you know. I think the ability to know oneself is rare, and the vast majority of people on social media are easily triggered, and so there are people who see that and they derive joy and pleasure out of it because it momentarily fills the void of their bullshit existence. And they progressively become more and more hateful and hurtful because, again, it's like a drug. It requires more and more to fill that void. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I have
They get a internal hit of dopamine
Mm-hmm.
being
Every
mean
time
to
they hurt
somebody.
somebody new and they watch them spiral, it gives them that hit of dopamine because that dopamine is what fills the void. It becomes an addiction.
Right.
I know it's weird not seeing me in my truck.
Let me tell you something, dude.
Canada in the house, eh?
Who?
Canada, eh?
Oh,
I live in Minnesota,
he's
don't
not
you know?
coming.
Why?
today. Oh, because he shut his computer down yesterday, so he didn't get notification. He had a 2 o'clock appointment today. And he has a 2 o'clock video conference today at 2 o'clock for. So, yeah. Y'all can go fly a kite.
We are not in high school anymore, but most people have not progressed beyond their high school years, especially thanks to social media. Because again, social media is very clicky, and it's very
A lot of them are still in like 6th grade.
right. But social media is very clicky, and it's very high school drama mentality. So you know, it social media has stunted society and stunted people's maturity, social development, etc., etc., etc. While social media is a fantastic tool when utilized properly, 98% of the time it is not utilized properly. It's utilized in an inappropriate fashion. So, yeah. Been searching. I mean, I've been searching for someone on social media to watch that, you know, doesn't fall down the rabbit hole of the average. I don't know. I just post what a post. All right, go lay down since your body's hurting you. I just post my life. Like it, hate it, find it funny, find it I don't. This is me. If you don't like it, scroll on. Or if you don't like it, go ahead and comment. I don't give a fuck. If you like it, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was not driving a box truck to Texas. No, sir. Oh, God, is he pretending to be a cat again? Oh, there's this guy on TikTok that does, like, all these things that cats do, you know? Like, throw up at 3 a.m. It's fucking funny, because when you watch a human do it, it's hilarious, more hilarious than when a goddamn cat does it. So, anyways. I am me, and that's all I can be. And it's way too exhausting and way too much bullshit to try to remember to try to be somebody else. So, when was 1997? That was probably before you were born, sweetheart. This motherfucker comes on here and he's like, honestly, when was your last bump of meth? And I'm like, 1997. Probably before you were born. But nice try. Because, I mean, that's what everybody did in the 90s. I mean, that was actually back when it was decent at all. Fucking Lucy. So. No, this is, peach jam or some shit. Yeah. So, now that we've had this super deep, philosophical, psychology-based conversations about society.
Spirulina is like.
Oh, Mom, you got the jitters?
Mm-hmm. I got the get up and go.
She just said it's in the closet.
I forgot we were.
Mm-hmm. It's on the shelf.
Oh, sweet Jesus, the Jesus people are here. Ah.
Sorry, I forgot.
Because you weren't listening.
I was listening, I just wasn't hearing.
Or I was hearing one.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. You heard her voice, but you were not listening to the words that were coming out of her mouth. Yeah. This is a fucking puppy whisperer over here. He's got both of them. He's trying to steal my dog. He's totally trying to steal my dog.
Come on.
Chrome's like, I am here.
Come on.
See? It's the dog whisperer. Hey, you guys, it's Saturday, and the Jesus people showed up in my live. To each their own. If you choose to... If
Hello.
you choose to engage in Western religion,
What's
to
up?
each their own. If you choose to engage in Eastern religion and philosophy, to each
I charged
their
it up.
own.
It's bro.
Oh. What?
The picture I sent him.
Oh.
Huh?
I was gone last night.
So. Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. The Jesus people being in my life.
Yeah.
There's more than one religion, and not any one of them is better than the other. It is a matter
hang on a
of
bit.
personal preference and choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it raining down there? It's been raining up here.
So, that's my take on that. And for you to impose your opinions upon somebody else is really inappropriate. So we are humans, and we have free will. You were right. Everybody, in whatever religion it is that they have, thinks that their religion is the best and thinks that it is the only one that is right. And honestly, I think just be a decent human being. Everybody needs something to believe in, and that's how religion works. You know what I mean? Raining off and on in central Iowa.
Now you got my musical ADHD going off.
Uh-oh, musical ADHD.
I was saying to myself.
They have free will. You're right. Free will. If they like it, stay. If you don't like it, go. I don't know why you couldn't take the best things of anything in life, whether it's multiple religions or multiple whatevers, and make it your own and be okay with it. I don't know why it has to be all or nothing. I mean, that's mostly, whatever. Yeah. So, that's my take on religion, and that is the beginning, middle, and end of it. Ain't a single one of them 100% right about anything. They might have bits and pieces that are right, but that's about it. Well, they say everybody has a doppelganger in the world. Maybe I do, maybe I don't know. Somebody said I look like their mom a little bit, and it's freaky. I mean, I am somebody's mom. I'm 3 young men's mom. One of them, you wouldn't even know he was my kid, the way we interact, like friends. My middle one is doesn't like to tell anybody I'm his mom because everybody's makes inappropriate comments to him. That'd be Tyler. Well, he works in the trades, so you know how men in the trades talk. I'd hit that. Even
I
if
don't
it,
have any idea.
you wouldn't have any idea about the trades. No, not at all. And then my youngest is still just trying to figure out his way in life. You know what I mean? You need religion in Panama City during spring break. I mean, I think there was a show called Girls Gone Wild that capitalized on that for sure.
Since you have all these followers,
Mm.
do any of them know somebody that moves furniture that I can hire?
Just because I have followers on social media doesn't mean that I trust those people. I'm just saying. Like, people say a lot of things on the internet. That doesn't mean that they're true, Mama. Oh, look, Tyrone's trying to make it about race. I'm not trying to get with a black guy. I mean, that's pretty much race baiting. Because if I say no, then I'm racist, and if I say yes, then I'm, by other people's standards, a race traitor. So there's no appropriate way to even answer that question, other than the fact of saying it's a completely inappropriate question because you're basing it solely based upon what somebody looks like and not
And then
who somebody
you don't
is.
date, so bye-bye.
Barry said the gentleman on the couch moves furniture.
I don't have muscly arms.
No?
I don't have muscly arms.
No muscly arms.
I got soft hands.
You know, people who openly admit on social media that they're in open relationships, like, kudos to you, bro. Good for you. But I'm not getting pulled into that trap.
Normal.
Again, it's because they're trying to create controversy, and they are trying to fire up the internet. Yeah. How did I get into trucking? I was working at FedEx Express at the airport in Minneapolis, and they had a position open up for driving truck, and they asked me if I wanted to drive. And at the time, I drove a Mini Cooper, so I was like, well, fuck it. I mean, how do you know what you love to do if you don't try everything? I personally don't think trucking sucks. It is absolute chaos all the time. And if you can learn to function in chaos, you might enjoy it, but not everybody likes it. So, yeah. Just like not everybody likes being an office person. Not everybody likes being a mechanic. Not everybody likes, you see what I'm saying? So it's a matter of just figuring out what it is that you like to do.
However, if you own your own truck, you're a little bit of everything.
Do what?
If you own your own truck, you're a little
Yeah,
bit of
I know.
everything.
I know that. And so I don't like doing paperwork, so I pay people to do paperwork for me.
I tried that with my ex-wife. She wouldn't do it.
Well, again, not everybody likes doing paperwork.
Well, she didn't like doing anything.
But spending your money? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Didn't you read the fine print in the marriage certificate? It said you make all the money, she spends all the money. You get nothing and she gets everything.
I told the Mississippi DOT officer when he pulled me over for hauling an oversized load after dark. That shit's in the fine print, and I ain't bring my readers, bro. All I could see in bigger letters, it said 24-hour travel permitted. In small letters, I saw it, but I wouldn't tell anyone I saw it. It said after dark, lit escort required. And then I got a lit escort from him.
Oh, and the reds and blues, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna pay attention to that shit.
Uh-huh.
He almost found I had a milk crate in the back with all my damn
Logbooks.
on my loose leaf sheets. I just throw them back there, and I kept forgetting to empty it.
All my tattoos are my favorite because they all mean something to me. So, there's that. Anyways, that is my best friend. Don't look away like I wasn't talking about you.
I was looking at my kitty cat.
That's my kitty cat.
I know.
That's my meow meow.
I know it's your kitty cat, but it's my kitty cat.
He's trying to steal my kitty cat that's in the little cubby right there. Yeah. Oh, and that little boy extra. Look at that. So, anyways, guys, we have to go work on. We gotta go get a what?
Reducing bushing.
A reducing bushing for his truck. We gotta go try to fix my AC again on my truck. And I gotta clean the inside of my truck. It's fucking dirty. So, anyways, on that note,
It's not as bad as it could have been.
What?
Because he rode with me all the way back from Alabama.
I know. And now you got all of it in your truck. Please keep commenting. Please keep commenting because you don't realize the benefits that you do when you do that. So, anyways, I have sponsorabilities that I have to get to. So I am going to get off of here. Hopefully, happy mechanicking. No, it's North Carolina. It's not that hot yet. Anyways, sponsorabilities. That's what it is. Sponsorabilities have to be done today. And we gotta go see, tomorrow's his mama's birthday, so we gotta go hang out with his mama. But anyways, I'll be back next Saturday. I might be driving on my way to Texas because we're moving mom's stuff. We gotta figure it out. Anyways, it's chaos. But,
And I'm sure she's going to post some videos later today or tomorrow to bust my balls while I'm
absolutely.
working on my
Been
truck.
picking on me lately.
Well,
Check temp on your pork butt. Anyways, we shop link somewhere here for all your truck and unicorn apparel if you so choose to buy some. If not, that's fine too. Get your fucking truckin' and pretty privileged shirts there.
and vote.
That's in the community board.
We'll vote.
They're not gonna vote.
Or not. Whatever.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't. Because then it's reverse psychology.
Anyways, have a great